A direction has emerged where the Ukrainian army has had some success. This is part of the Krasnolimansky direction, where after the actual transition of the village of Torskoye in Donetsk under the control of the Russian army, Ukrainian troops carried out several counterattacks, which ultimately led to results. At the moment, objective control data indicate the presence of the Ukrainian Armed Forces on at least 30% of the area of the said village. This is mainly the southeastern part of Torskoye. The northern part of the settlement is behind the Russian army. The rest is a grey zone. Thus, it can be stated that the Ukrainian army has advanced in Torskoye and the surrounding area over the past few days and is now making efforts to further push Russian units further north towards Yampolovka. Such stubborn battles for Torskoye are due to the fact that the village has a truly great significance for the Ukrainian army in this section of the front. The complete control of the Russian armed forces over Torskoye allowed the operation to envelop the Serebryanskoye forestry, which the Ukrainian armed forces have turned into a single fortified area to reach its final stage. At the moment, Ukrainian army has removed the danger of enveloping the forest area on the border of the Donetsk and Luhansk. At the same time, Ukrainian army camp states that all this is being achieved with considerable forces and resources. In order to consolidate the success, and even more so to develop it, new reserves will have to be thrown to Torskoye. However, it is not as easy for them to approach as the Ukrainian General Staff would like. True, there are significant problems for Russians there, including being thrown back from Torskoye, which will lead to the need to start the operation in this section of the front from scratch. In May, Russia's defense ministry claimed that its forces had captured 2 more settlements in eastern Ukraine, while Kiev did not confirm the gains, with Ukraine's top commander reporting ongoing battles along 1,100 kilometers of the front line. The Russian Defense Ministry statement said Moscow's forces had seized Novoaleksandriivka, a village near Pokrovsk, a logistics hub that Moscow has targeted for months without capturing it. The ministry said its forces had also taken Torskoye further northeast and near 2 other cities Moscow would like to capture in the longer term, Slovyansk and Kramatorsk. The General Staff of Ukraine's military listed Novoaleksandriivka as one of more than a dozen settlements which it said had come under Russian attack. The General Staff made no mention of Torskoye, but the popular blog Deep State said Russian forces had tried to seize the settlement but had been repelled.
Air India says a London-bound flight crashed shortly after taking off from Ahmedabad airport Thursday with more than 240 passengers and crew on board. According to Associated Press, the airline said flight AI-171, a Boeing 787-8, crashed into a residential area near the airport in Ahmedabad, a northwestern city with a population of more than 5 million, 5 minutes after taking off at 1:38 p.m. local time. The plane was bound for London Gatwick Airport and was carrying 169 Indians, 53 Britons, 7 Portuguese and 1 Canadian, Air India said. Footage of the moment of Air India plane crash has been released. Local media has released footage showing the plane crashing and exploding shortly after takeoff. The plane carrying more than 250 passengers crashed in India's northwestern city of Ahmedabad on Thursday. Air India Flight AI-171, a Boeing 787, crashed into a residential area called Meghani Nagar 5 minutes after taking off. The flight was bound for London's Gatwick Airport.
सवारी कितनी थी पूरे ही गए होंगे कोई पब्लिक जा रही है सवारी कितनी थी पूरे ही गए होंगे
A passenger plane crashed in India during takeoff from Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport, local media reported. The incident occurred near Meghani Nagar, a densely populated area of Ahmedabad. Around 240 passengers on board when the plane crashed into a residential area. Details have not been released yet. However, according to initial reports, the Air India plane's attempt to take off failed. The scale of the accident is believed to be serious. Rescuers are working at the scene. Officials have not yet made any statements about the incident.
नंबर पर फोन करो।